Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's take a nostalgic trip back to 2005. Do you remember 2005? What a year. Today we're diving into one of the most infamous horror remakes of that era, House of Wax, 2005. Now I know what you're thinking, and yes, it is a loose remake of the 1953 film of the same name, itself a remake of the 1933 film Mystery of the Wax Museum, based on the story The Waxworks by Charles S. Belden. The film soundtrack features music by Deftones, My Chemical Romance, and Interpol. Directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, this film takes the original 1953 movie and cranks up the horror factor. Instead of a mysterious figure turning people into wax statues for his museum, we get full-blown backwoods terror, a group of teens stranded in a creepy ghost town, and the unnerving reveal that the town's entire population has been transformed into wax figures. What makes House of Wax stand out from other remakes at the time is its commitment to practical effects. That wax melting scene? Absolutely iconic. It's a visceral moment that still holds up today. You can feel the texture, the heat, and the sheer horror as everything around the characters quite literally melts away. Let's not forget the small town setting. It's almost a character in itself. There's something eerie about an abandoned town, where everything feels just a little too perfect, like you're walking through a twisted dollhouse. The cinematography really captures that decayed, abandoned aesthetic, and you can feel the isolation creeping in with every shot. Now, we have to talk about Paris Hilton. Say what you want about her performance, but she did exactly what the movie needed her to do: give the audience a memorable chase scene and one of the most brutal kills of the movie. And let's be real, watching Paris Hilton in a slasher flick was almost a rite of passage in 2005. The rest of the cast? Solid. Elisha Cuthbert and Chad Michael Murray bring that perfect mix of early 2000s cool and scream queen energy. They aren't just fodder for the killers, they fight back. And that makes the cat and mouse game even more intense. Jared Padalecki is Carly's boyfriend and one of the first victims. He definitely experienced one of the worst fates in horror history. Brian Van Holt pulls double duty in the film, portraying both Beau, one of the sinister twin brothers, and Vincent, the masked artist who turns people into wax figures. Beau is the charismatic but psychotic villain, while Vincent is the quiet, tortured soul who carries out the horrific wax-making process. But this isn't a perfect movie. It's got a few pacing issues, and some of the characters make questionable decisions. Classic horror movie logic. The pacing drags a bit in the middle too, especially when we're just waiting for the group to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of build-up without enough tension, which can make you feel like the movie's losing steam just when it should be getting more intense. But if you're a fan of slashers, gore, and that 2000s grimy aesthetic, this film delivers in buckets. Overall, House of Wax, 2005, is pure 2000s horror. It's gritty, it's violent, and it's got enough shocks to keep you glued to the screen. If you haven't revisited it since its release, now might be the perfect time to go back and soak in all that nostalgic slasher goodness. So what do you think? Is House of Wax a forgotten gem, or does it belong in the Wax Museum of cheesy horror remakes? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror reviews. Until next time, stay safe.